Hi everybody, welcome back to the channel.
I'm back and we're going to be decorating some cookie tonight while giving you guys some cheap date ideas.
Just a little disclaimer, these are going to be all G-rated ideas for any parents watching, but we don't recommend all of these for unmarried people. We generally recommend you don't spend a ton of time alone if you're not married. So just a little disclaimer before we get started. And we should forget to say Happy Valentine's Day. And Happy Valentine's Day. So we're going to be decorating some cookies left over from last summer. Actually, his cousins graduated and I decorated cookies for their graduation party. And my sister found these in the freezer, so.
Yeah, I'm excited for these. These are good though. I didn't even know we had these left over.
Yeah, neither did I until Penelope came running up these. Actually, I think I found them. So Griffin and I enjoy doing dates together, but we don't like spending money all that much.
Well, we don't like spending money because we don't have a lot of money.
So we like to hopefully be good stewards with what we have. So these are all things that we like to do on a somewhat regular basis. A couple of them we don't do a ton, but we think other people might enjoy doing. Oh, you're scaring me.
Do it.
If you've ever iced things before, you know like you gotta cut the smallest holes possible. I gotta fill this in first. So I gotta trace
Oh, you got the flood.
You got the flood.
Okay, I don't know how icing works.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna outline with this, and then you're gonna flood inside. So
Oh,
you can
okay.
do, yeah.
Okay, I see.
So what's your favorite like cheap date idea?
I guess if we're really going cheap, I really like hammocking. So like hammocking with a picnic is kind of, I guess, my ideal. Now, granted, we're in Michigan, so hammocking season, if you will, is a little limited. But yeah, I'd have to say my favorite's probably got to be like hammocking and picnic. It's just, there's nothing really like it. It's just nice, fun, relaxing. You get to be outside.
Yeah, and he has this book of like Michigan parks, and so one day we just randomly drove out to Lansing and
cool.
Found this random park and walked forever to find a spot. And we
kind of went the wrong way.
We did. We got lost. It was so fun though, like an adventure, I guess. That's like low key. So do you want me to do something in the center, like a heart or something, where we can plug that in?
You probably should.
Okay. These really, guys, we are not professional here, so these are just going to be fun for us, and hopefully, oosh, yeah.
No, I can make it work.
The poor guy has this to work with. Wow, you're good at that. I would say one of my favorites is probably just when we turn like a normal night at home into a date night, which you could do that any number of ways. We have some fancy glasses that somebody gave us, so if we have grape juice, we'll drink that out of it, or drink out of those. Make a little bit of a fancier dinner, or even just serve it on a fancier plate. Dancing. Oh, I love dancing, even though we're both not good dancers.
You know what's fun though? We try.
It is fun. We have so much fun. That's my point. Is like we still have a blast.
That's a good point. Yeah.
So that's probably my favorite. Is turning any normal night into a date night, which you could do that any number of ways. Just do something a little extra special for the person you love.
What else could we do though? I mean, we get the gift cards as well.
Oh yeah.
I really like the gift card. I guess you could say date night idea, because over Christmas or birthdays, whatever it could be, I mean, we always get left with a bunch of gift cards and they'll end up getting stored up and never used. So we'll just use those to go out for a date. As if right now, what do we got? Applebee's?
We got Applebee's. We had Culver's. We used that last night.
Yeah.
We bought 4 chicken tenders and a concrete mixer, and we had a coupon for $1 off the concrete mixer. So we walked out of there with like, what, 40 cents?
Yeah, which I didn't know Culver's was that expensive. For, I guess, $11 technically with a coupon, it still cost us that much, and we only got 4 tenders and a shake.
Exactly. So the way we wait to receive gift cards at like birthdays or Christmas, but if we want to go out during the rest of the year, occasionally we will just splurge and do it, which is fun. But we also will save up using Ibotta, which I've mentioned a million times. No, this isn't sponsored, by the time I'm liable or eligible to be sponsored, Ibotta is going to be like, she's been marketing for us this entire time. Why would we pay her to do that? So I'm just going to say Ibotta is awesome. It's a cashback app where you can earn cashback for grocery shopping. So we use the cashback that we earn from that to do to go out to eat. So that's super fun.
Oh no, I'm tripping.
What'd you do? Well, just lay it up with the point side facing up.
There we go.
So, did you want to take a turn outlining?
I don't know if that's a good idea.
I want to see what you do.
I mean, you can see how I flooded. I mean, that...
I mean, look at that. Here, let's see if we can do it without breaking something. I think that's pretty good for his first time flooding. It's better than my first time flooding.
See, that's the thing, is it's not my first time flooding.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah, I used to do this growing up.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
So your mom was like, she did the nice cookie decorating.
No. We got, like, packaged gingerbread houses and kind of that kind of stuff.
Oh, goodness. The most frequent cheap date idea that we do is not at night, which I think we actually like doing dates in the morning more than at night for some reason.
Yeah.
Our first, well, no, never mind. I'll tell that story later. But this one, we have this little tiny grocery store down the road, and they have donuts fresh in the morning. How much are they per donut?
79 cents.
79 cents a donut. So either we'll go together. Most of the time he's just sweet and goes and gets one for me. Well, two generally. And you just get hot donuts in the morning, and then we'll eat them on the front porch when it's like summertime, or just eat them indoors during the winter. And that is by far one of my favorites.
Oh, they're so good.
They are. Their apple pie one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's literally like an apple, it's almost like an apple hand pie. It's just very delicious.
There's another idea that is really cheap is dollar store, Dollar Tree. Can't go Dollar General. Dollar General's not $1 anymore, but go to Dollar Tree and load up on snacks for a movie night. And just do an at-home movie night for $5.
That's
2 snacks per person.
Which we do that with my sisters too. That was fun. There are lots of ideas. I mean, I guess some people might feel more loved if you do something more expensive for them. I think for us right now, between the two of us, it's a bigger blessing if we save money. And just make fun out of something versus like going and spending a ton on.
I'm not gonna lie, I think this hole is too small.
You're right.
I need to increase the diameter.
I'm gonna go get a toothpick. I have an idea.
Oh yes, I know what you're gonna do. I've watched the Food Network before.
Now we got the toothpick. Oh, thank you. You started it for me. Let's see if we can do this. I'm just gonna like drag the toothpick back. I want to see if I can show you guys. We'll see if this even works. I'm just gonna like drag the toothpick back and forth through these nice stripes that Griffin gave me. See if it makes a cool design. It would if we were better at flooding cookies.
Yeah, I think I'm botching the flooding on this cooking. This cookie.
Honestly, I just enjoy normal evenings. Cause like getting married's awesome because now I can just hang out with my best friend every night. It's so much fun. Especially if like we just randomly dance one evening. I love dancing. Like it's one of my faves.
Josh Turner.
Yeah. Not dancing with Josh Turner, dancing to Josh Turner music. See, it turned out okay, and I'm probably completely like making all the flooding fall off, but there you go. See?
Can I see it? I don't think I've seen it. Oh yeah, it kind of almost looks like a candy cane.
It does. All right, I'm coming up closer. Wait, can we get you to focus? It just wants to focus on Griffin's face, which obviously is much more interesting than the cookie, but there's the cookie.
So am I allowed to like outline these cookies however I want to? Because I might do a very intricate design.
Sure, do it. I want to see what your intricate design is. We also enjoy, I guess, just prioritizing time with each other. As in, if we're somewhere, like a party or whatever, sometimes we'll just leave early so we have time in the evening to hang out with each other, especially if it's like a busy weekend. Or I'll just hold him prisoner the next weekend and basically say we're not going anywhere but home and church. So it's fun, I guess. I guess just the whole point is like just prioritizing time with each other. But like, what would be your ideal date night? Like, money aside, I don't know.
Oh, no money? I mean...
Not no money, but like, if you could, would it be an expensive date night or would it be like...
it'd probably be pretty expensive.
What would it be?
Hey. Gun range, more than likely.
Which is not a cheap date.
yeah, it's not a cheap date. Ammo's so expensive now, but I don't know. I always like shooting with you. It's always fun. And go out for a nice dinner afterwards. Get a steak or something. I guess I sound like a real American man. Get myself some guns and steak, and I'd be happy.
That's because you are.
But I guess, I mean, it's true. I mean, that would be like an ideal date night, I guess. Going to the range with you and then getting a nice dinner afterwards.
That'd be so fun. Come and smell like gunpowder.
Yeah.
You come home, your clothes would reek. You'd be like gunpowder and then steak. Steakhouse on top of that. I guess my ideal date night would be probably not cooking. So it would involve spending money and getting food. But then honestly, like either going hammocking or just being at home, turning our phones off, like just having focus time with each other, snuggles.
You are a very homebody person.
I am. I don't think I was like that growing up. Then I got married. And now I just want to be home. So, I mean, don't get me wrong. I had an awesome home to be at growing up, so I don't know what was wrong with me. But I just was never so much like that. And now I'm just like, I just want to be home all the time. I like going to see my family, I like going to church, going to visit with people. And then home. I hate the grocery store. Some couples seem to enjoy cooking together. That's not really our thing. I feel like every time we say we're going to cook together, you end up working on another project and I cook. Like, you end up doing something around the house and then I'm in the middle of cooking.
It
and
never
like,
happens.
Exactly. So it's not, and that's fine. Like, I don't mind.
Which I feel like that may be a little bit of a blessing on your part. As you don't have to deal with me ruining food, but a blessing in disguise.
Exactly, which is fine either way. So
but at the same time, we get to have fun if we do stuff together. I mean, like this.
Yeah, exactly, like this sort of thing.
You get to watch me botch cookies.
Hey, you're watching me botch cookies. It's fun. But yeah, so some people seem to enjoy really cooking together. Us not so much. I like cooking for him. Like, if I can make something a little special for him.
Botching cookies, you'll like it. It's fun, okay?
So why don't you guys botch cookies together this weekend? Just try it. Now, granted, we understand if you got a bunch of kids running around, some of these might be hard, especially the ones that involve being at home. But I don't know. Once we have kids, Lord willing, and once they're older, then I probably would enjoy sending them to bed early every now and again. And being like, it's mommy and daddy time. I would say the most romantic thing we've done, and again, still G-rated, but he got our chimney swept earlier this year, and so he'll make a fire often, like at least every weekend, at least once, and it's just so cozy. And one night I remember we came home from something and I just pulled together oranges, cheese, crackers that we happened to have, and we just did like a little charcuterie thing, nothing fancy. Some people can go all out and do super fancy ones, and if that's you should try it. But just like a little charcuterie something, just kind of snacked on it and hung out in front of the fire. Nothing crazy, just hanging out.
That was nice.
Let us know in the comments below, what's your ideal date, expensive or cheap, and what is a cheap date night idea that you have? Because we are open to options.
Mm-hmm.
Spice things up over here. Under $20, preferably, please.
Well, this was almost really cool.
Yeah? What are you trying to do?
I don't know. I was like, that is like the pinnacle. I just wanted like little dots on there, and then I was gonna try and swirl them.
Oh.
But
you should show the camera either way. It still looks cool.
Well, the swirl did not happen like I expected.
Show him, babe. Be proud of it.
Experimental cookie 1.
Oh, and this is the other experimental cookie.
Failure.
Well, he did this one too. They just.
You know, I bet it'll still taste good.
Oh, it will still taste good. His request tonight, when I told him we were doing this again, he's like, so do we get to eat the cookies?
That is the most important question when
Yeah.
talking about cookies.
Exactly. I'll tell them the story of my favorite of our dates, and then if you want to think of one that you've enjoyed, maybe.
Think of one I've enjoyed.
Well, one of your
Not my favorite, just one I've slightly enjoyed.
I feel like asking you to remember, like, the favorite one might be a little pressure, like, to just spring out of nowhere, like...
Oh, that's easy.
Oh, really? What is it?
It's when I proposed to you.
Yeah!
When we went out, and that again was hammocking, and of course when I proposed, you know, everything is kind of shocking, exciting, nerve-wracking, so it was a very exciting date, to say the least. So yeah, that'd have to be my favorite, and it was a great morning too. It was very pretty.
It was like 7:30 in the morning when you proposed to me.
Yep.
And then we hammocked for a while. I will say, when you're dating, engaged, I highly recommend going on dates first thing in the morning. Just less is likely to happen that shouldn't, and it's just enjoyable overall. And if you're not a morning person, maybe that wouldn't work, but we liked it.
And you'll know if your possible future spouse what their morning routines are. If they're a sleep-in person, or morning bird. Early riser, that's what I'm thinking of.
Early bird gets the worm.
Early bird gets the worm.
My favorite of our dates was not our first date, which was an accidental date, but that was still fun. It was very awkward, but it was fun.
I learned a lot about you.
Yeah, that's for sure. But one time there was a big snowstorm, an ice storm actually. It was the day before New Year's. This was, we started dating in July, so that was
2019.
Yeah, that was. And so we were gonna go down to Detroit and go to
the Pancake House. I still haven't taken you there.
Yeah, I still have to go there. So we were gonna go there. And then this ice storm happened, and I think my parents said, "You are not going to Detroit," which was good. They were right. Oh, my parents were awesome when we were dating. They helped out so much, and so did yours. It was just great. But we, so Griffin took me to a local place, and we just got breakfast and just hung out, and it was just wonderful. So that was so much fun. Just chill, just chatting. I'm quite enjoying using this toothpick. I tried to drag it through and make this heart here. I don't know if it worked or not. Sorry, I almost whoa, that's gonna look cool.
Yeah, I kind of messed it up, but I'm gonna try it again with another cookie. Because I think I can do it better.
Our first date, though, was kind of an accident. It was an accident. So we went, it's a long story how we met, but we went to the same church. And I think our parents had talked at that point, right, about us being in a relationship, we had decided we wanted to. They had talked. And so it was kind of understood, but I guess I never imagined that we would go on a date alone for a long time. So I think you came up with the plan that we'd go to an orchard and go berry picking, right?
Yep.
And his sister, soon to be brother-in-law, well, now is a brother-in-law, and then his other sister and her husband were all going to go berry picking with us. Last minute, they all couldn't go.
They all canceled.
And so he was heartbroken, right?
Yeah, I was, because that was kind of our first date, if you will, in general.
Yeah.
I mean, there was nothing before that, really, was there?
No, we just got together that one time with our families.
Yeah.
So anyway, I was at church, and he had gone to the first service. I was at the second service, I think. And he told me that, or he texted me. And so I said to my dad, and at that time, I didn't know exactly what to think of you entirely yet. But I asked my dad, I said, I didn't know how I felt about you quite yet, because it takes me a while to catch up with things, I guess. And so I asked my dad, can I go? Should I go? What do you think? Should I go? Is this a bad idea?
Well, because you were over at my place at that point. You didn't find out till you came over.
Not true, no, No, I remember I talked to my dad at the church, and I jumped up and down.
Was that?
Mm-hmm. Because I remember I was at church, and my dad was talking to Pastor Brian, and I'm like, Daddy, I have a question. And so I asked him, and he's like, what do you want to do? My parents were very sweet and helped us along, but didn't make all the decisions for us. And my dad's like, so what do you want to do? I'm like, I have no idea. Literally no clue. I don't know if I want to go. There's pros and cons, blah, blah, blah. I don't know if I'm comfortable. And then he's just kind of watching me, trying to gauge how I'm actually feeling, because like I said, it takes me a while to catch up, I guess. And then he said, you can go. And I kid you not, I jumped up and down. I'm like, yes! And my dad said, why didn't you just say you wanted to go? And I'm like, I didn't know I wanted to. So we ended up going, and it wasn't at all awkward. And we just picked blueberries, talked about the Bible, mainly, I think.
Yeah.
And a bunch of random stuff, and picked blueberries. And it was a lot of fun. Though I was super uptight and uncomfortable just because that was me the majority of our dating relationship. But it was fun. So that's our first date story. The accidental first date. So we have successfully completed decorating all of these cookies.
I guess this would be my proudest cookie.
Okay, so we're going to show you our proudest cookies. This is mine.
And that is mine.
I think we did pretty good.
That's my cookie?
Okay, sorry. That's right, you flooded it, and then I did the decorating, so I clearly can't take credit. Alright, fine. Fine. This is my proudest cookie. All by myself. Okay, so should we taste our proudest cookies?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Or our not so proudest cookies?
Yeah, my not so proudest. Man, those cookies are just still as good as when you made them.
Thank you. Even after being in the freezer for an entire summer?
Yeah.
They're good.
They're fantastic. Look at you taking 2 bites.
Didn't you? You took.
I'm eating this whole thing.
2 bites?
Yeah.
Look at my 2 bites versus Griffin's 2 bites. There's not even a comparison here. There's Griffin's 2 bites, my 2 bites. That's so not fair.
Yeah, give me your cookie back.
You just killed your cookie. Well, anyways. Stop. Thank you all so much for watching. We hope you've enjoyed this video of cheap date night ideas and are able to gather some inspiration from it. We'd also, like we said, love to know your ideas in the comments below. So we hope you all have a happy Valentine's Day.
See y'all.
See ya.